Hi all, Harry here. This is just a little brief video to introduce you to the new Zoom camera system that we've installed in all the ICAS classrooms. Um, if you take a look at the screen over here on the left hand side, you'll see the camera I'm talking about. You'll see this mounted in all the rooms in the same fashion that you can see here. And the second camera, there's two cameras in this system, you'll find behind you, as you can see here, on the wall. Now, for those of you in Griffith, you may well see a slightly different arrangement. Some of them may be wall mounted, as you see here, but others may well be mounted on stalks, such as the one that we have here, the camera on top and a secondary camera pointing out to the classroom on the stalk. And that may well be mounted on your podium in the classroom. Nevertheless, the functionality is the same and they'll work in the same way. So what's different about these cameras? Well, one of them in particular, the one that you're looking at on the screen there, is called a motion camera. So it'll track how you move, it'll also zoom for you. So what we're hoping this will do is enhance our offering with regards to hybrid classes and change our approach to working within a hybrid environment, because it's an environment, if COVID has taught us nothing else, it's an environment that's here to stay, certainly in the part-time modules, but also quite likely in some full-time situations. So let's see exactly what it can do. So you may notice that as I'm sitting down, the camera has watched me and moved with me and is now pointing at me sitting in the seat. So what else can it do? Well, it can zoom. So you see it zooming in. I don't know whether you want to see me this close, and I don't know, I didn't put enough makeup on, but it has a zoom functionality. I'll do it again. Okay. There's basically two functions here. One, zoom, and the other is tracking or following. And there's just two commands you need to know, and they're not voice commands or they're not type commands, they're hand signals. So the hand signal for zooming in and out is simply an L, or loser sign, if you want to put it that. Now, what I want you to do this time is to watch what's happening with the camera in the left-hand pane here, and watch it go from green, and it starts flashing blue. Okay, and that tells you that it's recognized the signal, and you'll see it zoom out. Now just be careful not to keep your finger up the whole time, because if you do, you could start getting seasick, because it keeps seeing the command over and over again. So you just, once you see it start flashing blue, you can take down the hand signal. And that's the one that will allow it to zoom in and out. The one that allows it to track, and let's just quickly have a look at what the tracking is. It's currently on track. If I stand up, you'll see the camera follows me up, but it'll do more than that. It'll follow me wherever I go in the room. So this allows me the luxury of being able to get up and talk to the class, but not lose contact with the people at home. So no matter where I go in the room, the camera's going to follow me. And I can always turn to the camera and talk to the camera if I want to address the people at home, or if I want to include somebody in the classroom in a conversation. So a very powerful little camera, very accurate at following. But how do you get it to do it? Well, there's another hand signal for that, and it's a splayed hand basically. So if I want to stop that camera following me, I put up a splayed hand, you'll see it flash blue again, and that's it. Now it's not following me anymore. I'm going to get dizzy myself now at this stage. So it's no longer following me. So you have it in fixed mode, which would be the normal mode you have it in when you're sitting at your desk, zoomed in or zoomed out. So how can we put this to use? Firstly, you need to become familiar and comfortable with giving it the hand signal. So I would advise you all, the next time you sit down before your class, a few minutes before your class, just practice at controlling the cameras. So remembering that the L for the zoom out and zoom in, and the splayed hand then to get it to follow you or not follow you. So at the moment, the camera is in a static position. It's not following me. If I give it the splayed hand signal, you'll see it flash blue again and go green, and now it's following me again, and it won't lose me. Okay, so how can we leverage this technology to improve our interaction with our class? So in our normal circumstances, when we're sharing, and we just quickly do it, we will share in basic, and we share the screen, and that's our normal screen share. So we click on our screen share, and up comes our slides, or whatever we're presenting, either a Word document slide or a PowerPoint, whatever, or PowerPoint or or perhaps an Adobe document. Whatever it is, it comes up on the screen and we're in normal share mode. Again, as I said before, you can, if you feel like stretching the legs and you have the camera on motion, as this one is at the moment, you can stand up, still engage with people at home, but engage maybe more readily if it's a more comfortable place for you to be standing like this. You can still obviously control your slides with your clicker, which I have turned off, which is very clever. We can still control our slides as we normally would and still work along with the class. However, there are, as we well know, our classes are not, to a large extent, by their very nature, didactic, and a lot of class and discussion and involvement is encouraged. So how do we do that in the hybrid environment? Up until now, the challenge has been one where we try to get the people at home into the classroom here. And as we know, that's proved quite difficult and can be quite anxiety creating in many instances. If you're trying to manage 5 or 6 people at home, or in this instance, it could be 10 or 20 people at home, maybe only 3 or 4 in the class. And our attention is always drawn to the people in the class, as we know. So what we've done with the introduction to second camera into this system is try to reverse that or flip it. So I'll just show you how that works. I'm just going to click on the stop share now, and we're going to go to share, but this time we're going to share the secondary camera that I pointed out to you later, the one that's behind us. So we're going to share that as our screen instead of our normal slides. We do that by clicking on share, and instead of in basic mode, we go to advanced, and we see down here, content from a second camera. Now, this will be the same for every instance of Zoom meeting that we run, or our lecture that we run. So you click on the content from second camera, and click on share. So now instead of slides, we're sharing the room. So how is this different? Well, instead of trying to bring the people at home into the physical class, we're bringing the physical class into the virtual classroom, so that everybody's now in the same classroom. So the people at home can see everybody in the class, as you are now, and the people in the classroom looking up at the projected image on the wall can see everybody at home. And so they can all talk to each other in the one virtual environment. I'll just quickly show you that. If I go down into the class and take up the position of a student, you see now that I can engage with you from here just as easy as I engage with you from the desk. And each of the students in the class will have the same advantage. They can see everybody who's on the screen at home, and they can talk to them just as I'm talking to you here now, and you'll be able to talk to me in the same fashion. This has worked very well and very effectively in practice, and I hope it's a facility that you make use of in future. So really, that's about it. It's that simple. 2 share modes. Either share your normal screen and share your slides, or share the rear-facing camera. Either way, you should be able to engage more easily with the people at home and the people in the class at the same time. So the discussion mode where we share the second camera is quite engaging, brings everybody into the virtual room, and everybody gets to talk in that virtual room. Because we've seen in the past, trying to get the people from the virtual world into the physical room has proved almost impossible at times. Okay, I'm available if you have any questions. Just remember your commands and practice them the next time that you go to it. The L for the zoom out, and watch the flashing again. Flashes blue and up it comes. And again, for getting the camera to track you and follow you, you put up a splayed hand, you'll see it flash blue, go green, and it's back following. I'm always available if you have any questions or you need to see a one-to-one demonstration. No problem whatsoever. Just let me know, and I will do my best to get there. Okay, thank you for your time. Any questions, email me or call me. You know where to find me.